Hey guys, my name is Josh Orob, and in part 1 of my shredding video, I'm going to teach you guys how to train while you're on a cut or in a caloric deficit. Okay guys, how should you be training during your cutting phase? What I can tell you now is how you train when you're bulking is exactly how you should be training while you're cutting. The training should not change at all really, maybe a little bit, but really you still want to be trying to put on size during your cut. I mean, even though you're eating less food, your body's not really struggling that one day you lower your calories or start eating a little cleaner or whatever. Still lift in the 8 to 12 rep range. Don't be scared to go heavy. As soon as I start my cut, I'm still doing 5 sets of 5 on all my big lifts and trying to maintain and hold that strength. Because if you're holding onto your strength, you're holding onto your muscle, and if the weight's going down, you know that the only thing you're losing is fat. So that's one way to look at it. You really want to maintain your strength and even get a little stronger. You want that to be your main goal. A lot of people will go to tone up and they'll hit abs 10 times a week, do 100 crunches, 100 push-ups, and do that sort of higher repetition training, which is definitely something you would want to do. I mean, you're still gonna hit your muscles and get a lot of stimulus on those, but it's not gonna have the most beneficial effect. Another thing people do is they completely wipe out the bodybuilding sets and reps type of training, and they'll go into more HIIT style training and do half-an-hour circuits, which again are really good, but you don't want to completely despise the kind of bodybuilding side of training when you're trying to maintain your muscle during a cut. Your muscles still need the stimulus, and if they don't have that, because your body's in an energy deficit, there's a more likely chance it's going to break down your muscle tissue to convert that to energy, which is the one thing you want to avoid. So keep training how you're training, and just search up bodybuilding workouts. Follow a program. There's so many on the internet, and to be honest, there's no magic to training. If you're hitting all the directions of your upper body and your lower body, you're going to maintain that muscle stimulus, and you really want to focus on progressive overload and try to get stronger during your cut. And depending where you are, that might not be possible. If you're getting really lean, you're going to lose strength and you're going to lose a little bit of muscle, but you're going to be a lot more revealed because of the lower body fat, and that's really your main goal. You need to put your ego to the side during a cut, because you're going to hit a point where you are going to lose a bit of size and you are going to lose a bit of strength. But if your main priority is to cut and to shred down, shouldn't be a problem. Of course, in a bulk, different story. Your priority is putting on size, and if you do look a little chunky, that's just the side effect of that. So you got to pick your priority, and if you're shredding, it's dropping fat, so make that your priority. Do your best to hold on to your strength and your muscle, but it's inevitable, and you should prepare yourself that you may be losing a little bit there. So there's a few different training splits you can go for. There's a upper body, lower body split if you're going to the gym a couple times a week. You can even do a full body split where you're training every muscle group every single time you train, which is good if you're training 2 to 3 times a week. For me, at the moment, I'm doing a push-pull leg split. I've been doing those for a long time now. Might need to change it up. And you can even do a bro split, train chest, then back, then shoulders, whatever it may be. Stick to the hypertrophy rep range. Don't be scared to go heavier to 5 reps. And don't be scared to go into the lighter rep range, but just make your focus maintaining muscle and really hitting the muscles hard during your cut, because the last thing you want to do is lose your gains. Now guys, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give an overview of how to set up your kind of training regime going into a cut. So if you're gymming 2 to 3 times a week, I suggest full body workouts. Now people stay away from these. I don't know why. They are very beneficial. Hitting every muscle 3 times a week is a lot of frequency, alright? If you're going to the gym 3 times a week, there is no point training chest, then back, then shoulders, because you're going to train everything once a fortnight and it's just not enough, okay? So 2 to 3 times a week, stick to a full body split. 4 to 5, you're probably pushing more an upper body, lower body split. So you'll be still training everything twice, sometimes 3 times a week. And don't forget, on the upper body, lower body days, you're gonna be sore. Take the rest days when they're needed. You might do upper, lower rest, upper, lower, and then have a day off as well. So that's a really good way to train as well. And the step up from that, if you're gymming 6-7 days a week, it does get very full on, but a push, pull, leg split. Push day would include chest, shoulders, and triceps. Your pull day is, well, your back and your biceps, and then you have legs as well to finish off there, training everything pretty much twice a week if you make it in 6 days a week to the gym. Now it's up to you what training regime that you choose out of those three, but it's hard training, and you want to be, again, starting your workouts with heavy sets. I usually start with maybe 4 sets of 6, 5 sets of 5 on my compound lifts. So on my push day, it'll be a bench press, pull day, a bent over row, and leg day, it'll be a squat or a deadlift, because during my cut, it does get really fatiguing, but you really want to keep those lifts heavy and maintain, like I was saying before, maintain your muscle, maintain your strength. And honestly, that's exactly how I train on a bulk, except I focus on putting the weights up. Mainly during a cut, I focus on the weights not going down. That is the only difference. Don't get caught up into this toning workout and doing 50 reps of bicep curls and 100 push-ups and all that sort of stuff. Yes, it's good training, but if you want to build a nice figure and be in proportion and stuff, you want a structured training where you're focusing on your weak points and still maintaining all your strengths. So that is the best advice I can give you to train during a cut. But what I'm going to discuss is these HIIT style trainings, because they do come in handy. Now, if I'm going to go a little bit into food here, that's going to be part 2, but I think it's good to include it a little bit in this video as well, in terms of adding in cardio to your training and adding in those HIIT style workouts I'm talking about, because they are very good. You might call them Metcon workouts or something. Pick a couple moves and have as many reps as possible, whatever. They're really good for burning calories, and mainly when you're bored and you're scheduled for a rest day but you still want to go to the gym. So maybe do push-ups, pull-ups, dips, or some sort of strength movement, but do it in a more sort of circuit, and don't focus so much on the reps, just go for time or something like that, because doing something like that, you'll realize 100% that your heart will be racing, because I did one the other day and it really took it out of me. And it's good to throw in trainings like that, but do not focus and do that 6 days a week. You still want to structure yourself in a structured program and follow certain workouts so you can still hit every single muscle, because with a Metcon workout, stuff gets focused and stuff gets neglected. When you're doing a bodybuilding type split and you're doing your upper lower body, everything's getting hit, everything's growing together, which is exactly what you want to build a nice figure. Okay guys, I think it's going to be pretty much a short video. Wasn't much to talk about how to train during a cut, because it's pretty much the same as how most of you have been training, I guess, if you're into the sort of bodybuilding type of training. But essentially, to summarize it, find out how many days you gym in a week. Correlate that with what type of split. So a full body split, 2 to 3 days. Upper body, 4 to 5, and then push-pull legs, 5, 6, or 7. Yeah, pick one of those and just go through with that. And don't feel like you need to pick those 3. Those are just really good, and they correlate well with how many days you gym in a week. If you do a bro split and you do chest, back, shoulders, arms, legs, 5 days a week, go for it. Train how you prefer training. I've done that many different training programs because I get bored easy. I do a push-pull leg split, and then the next week I'll be doing a bro split, training chest, back, shoulders, arms, legs, and then I'll be changing through, yeah? So the main priority is maintaining your strength. So it's not so much the workouts, it's more your 3 compound lifts. For me, it's bench press, deadlift, squat. Those are my 3 movements I really focus on, and I just want to keep my strength in those. If you're not doing those 3, or you don't know how to do those 3, go to a personal trainer at your gym and find out how to do those properly, safely, and efficiently, and build on those, because they're 3 very big movements that are really good to track during your cut. So once you have your workout and you have how many days you gym in a week and you know what split you're doing and all that sort of stuff, it's just time to focus on those 3 movements and build from there, yeah? You can still build on other sort of movements, that sort of stuff, but stick to your compound movements where you're really exerting a lot of force and it's really testing your strength. Other than that, guys, that's training on a cut pretty straightforward. I do want to go into those 3 movements and how to do them correctly and efficiently in later videos, and I also want to release videos on how to program and how to write your own programs for yourself, because I find how I write my programs is, it's quite simple once you get a head around it, but yeah, I remember when I first started gymming and looking for workouts, I was like, oh, is this one going to work? Is this one going to make me big? And is this one going to make me stronger? Is this one going to do this? But really, guys, training in itself is going to give you results. It doesn't matter what program you're on, if you're working hard, you're going to get better. So don't really focus so much on what's the best workout and only one workout works. There is a million different programs that you can run that's going to get you to where you want to be. Or maybe not where you want to be, but it's going to make you better, because obviously specific programs are for specific things if you want to be the best. But in terms of general fitness and just building a physique that you're happy with and you can sustain, there is millions out there and you just have to work hard. So run through those steps. How many days you gym a week, what program you're going to run, find some samples online and push through from there. And if you have a lot of experience in the gym and you've been there 3 to 5 years or 2 years or how long you've been gymming, write your own workouts. I know a lot of people that I've just been speaking to and they're comfortable running their own workouts and they're not even half bad. You know, trust yourself to do shit that you enjoy and the results will come. At the end of the day, it's all about balance and sticking to shit you enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, you're gonna go nowhere. So after those steps, stick at it and progress forward. The next video I'm gonna be doing is part 2 of my shredding series, and it's gonna be on food. So that's where cutting weight gets a lot more technical. So that video is probably gonna be a pretty long one. So I'm gonna get started on that one ASAP Rocky. So stay tuned for that one. There's a lot to learn and a lot to get your head around, but at the end of the day, once your head's around it and you're where I am in terms of what to do, it's like second nature. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you've realized how to train during your cut, learn a few things. If you like the video, subscribe, tell your friends, share with your friends, whatever with your friends. Don't tell your friends, I don't really mind. Okay, I care a little bit. As long as I'm helping some people, so yeah. I will see you in the next one.